Hey everyone, this is Dan. Welcome to this video. Today we're going to go through the main section of Fur Elise, and it's basically just a fun little tune to play. I love playing this. I played it on piano and basically took the notes and put it on guitar. I arranged it for guitar for more of a lead guitar sound, more overdriven. So there are different ways to play this, but this is the way that I've arranged to sound as good as possible on electric lead guitar sound. So we're in the key of A minor. Okay, now we've got this famous intro at the start, sounds like this. Okay, so we'll play it as follows, with this exact fingering. I use my third and second finger for these notes, third finger on the 12th fret of the high, and then second finger for the 11th fret. We'll go 12, 11, 12, 11, 12, up, down, up, down, up. Then downstroke on the 12th fret of the B, second finger, then upstroke on the 10th fret of the high, first finger. And then finally, little finger on the 13th fret of the B, then slide down to the 10th fret. Now we slide down there as opposed to going like this, so that we have our hand ready for the next arpeggio, which is going to be an A minor arpeggio. We'll start off, the first three notes will be the 5th, the root, and then the 3rd. So we'll be playing the notes as follows. First finger over the 7th fret of the A and then the D, okay? You can shift your finger, it doesn't matter, we're going to kind of half mute this, with the palm. Then I use my little finger on the 10th fret of the D. Then we have, which is first finger, so when we play that 10th fret on the D here, I'll move my fingers up to be ready on the 9th fret, first finger of the G, then second finger 10th fret on the B, okay? You can play these as all downstrokes if you like. I usually do that, but then the top two notes I use as upstrokes for whatever reason. Just how I like to play it. So little finger on that 12th fret at the end. Okay, then I slide down, and then we go to this next arpeggio, which is an E major arpeggio. Sounds like this. Okay, and we play this by going downstroke with the and also using the second finger here on the 7th fret of the A, and then first finger 6th fret of the D. Now I use my little finger, flatten this over the 9th fret of the G and B. Okay? I kind of go down, 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 up for some reason on this arpeggio. Don't ask why. It's just how I like to play it. But again, if you want to use all downstrokes or whatever, down, up, all the way. And then the final two notes is 7th fret to 8th fret on the high E, okay? And then, at the end, to lead back into the start, we do this. Okay? Which is first finger over the 7th fret of the A and D. Play those two notes. And then the high open. So I play that note as an open high E, as opposed to using this note here. Just so I can take this hand off and then be able to move back to the start again, okay? Just like that. Back to the start after that. Then we go. So this part here now, on the E arpeggio, the second time is a little bit different. We just play the first three notes, the 7th fret of the A, and then the 6th fret of the D, and then 9th fret of the G. Oops. Then at the end I go, okay, so I go 8th fret on the high E, then 7th fret, then I hammer back on to the 8th, pull off to the 7th, just like that, and then finally 10th fret on the B, little finger. The reason why I hammer on pull off there is just to add a little bit of a guitar feel to this, because I've arranged it for guitar, but really you can just do this if you want. And then finally, after we play that last note, we'll play the 7th fret on the A and D again. So leave this note ringing, and then play these two notes underneath it. 7th fret, A and D. Okay, pretty cool. I really enjoy playing this. Nice little arpeggios, not too fast, but it just sounds cool. Okay, so section 2 sounds like this, the very beginning of it. Okay. We'll go over that part first. So we have this fingering, 2nd and 3rd finger on the 12th and 13th on the B, down up. And then I go 1st finger, 3rd finger on the 10th and 12th on the high E, down up. Okay, 3rd finger at the end, so that our 1st finger is ready to position the next arpeggio, which is basically, I believe it's a C arpeggio. Okay, based on that. So we'll go 10th fret on the A and D, again pushing this 1st finger over those two strings, and then 3rd finger on the 12th fret of the G. Next we have this. Okay, so a little finger on the 13th fret of the high E, then 3rd finger on the 12th fret, then I slide that down to the 10th fret. Okay, so now we're in position for the next arpeggio, which is this, which is basically, what is that? A G7? A G7 arpeggio. So I'll play 2nd finger on the 10th fret of the A, 1st finger 9th fret of the D, then I move my 2nd finger back up, but to the G string now on the 10th fret. Okay. So I can have my little finger ready to play on the high E for the next part, which is, so that's 12, 10 on the high E. I use upstrokes for both of these, and then at 13th fret on the B. Play a downstroke. Okay, now the next arpeggio I believe is an A minor arpeggio. It's based on an A minor, so we'll use these notes. Okay, so it'll be 12th fret on the low E and then A, and then 14th fret on the D. So using the fingerings I've used here, this is kind of, we want to be ready, so we have that that little finger at the end there allows us to bring the 1st finger back over for this next arpeggio, which is the, again, the A minor based arpeggio. Now, after we've played those 3 notes, we have little finger going up to the 15th fret on the B. Okay, I probably will do a down up here. So it'll be 15, 13. When we play that 13th fret with the 2nd finger, I pull off to the 12th fret. Okay. As I do that pull off, I also play the open low E. Okay. And then that'll lead us to the next section. So let's recap. So when we play that low E, we'll then do this sort of thing. Okay, so what we have here is an octave sound. So we'll have the 7th fret on the A, and then 9th fret on the G. Okay, it'll be down, up, and then the next note I switch my first finger for my little finger that we just played on the same note, like this. So you can want to get used to that little shift. Okay, so that'll be down, up, down, down, up, down. And then we do an upstroke on the high E here for the 12th fret. And then we go. Sorry, it'll be at the end. So the next part after this will be, which is first finger on the 9th fret of the G, and then twice on little finger on the 12th fret of the high E. Okay? All together. And then we'll go down to the 5th fret harmonic. Just a natural harmonic, okay? And that saves us going all the way up here, because just going down to do the harmonic is much easier and quicker. Okay? Then, to start off the next section, I won't play through the whole section, but the difference is, that note, by the way, will be kind of the beginning of the intro again, but we're going to go. So it'll be 6 times. I don't know if I did 5 or 6 then, but it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? So it'll be. Back into the main section. And you can play around with this as many times as you like. But I kind of end it like this. So I'll go that. We'll start from the harmonic. Then I'll finish it by doing this. Okay, so that's really how I end it. There's no difference to how we played it earlier. We just end there. Okay, so hopefully you can have a bit of fun with this, just playing around with it. It's just a nice thing to learn, and so you can play around with how you mute these notes here, or whichever you feel, sounds better to you. But that's the way I arrange it. That's the way I play it. Tell me what you think, and maybe you can have a bit of fun with it, of course. I'll see you next time. Guten Tag.